Jesse Rogers. Now, the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education KCPE examination kicked off countrywide this morning with over 1 million candidates sitting the national test. Top government officials, including the Education Cabinet Secretary, Professor George Magoha, Interior Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, earlier today witnessed the opening of containers containing the examination papers. The government has assured Kenyans that this year's exam will be clean without incidents of irregularities or cheating. Now, reporter Shadrach Miti is on that beat for us and now joins us live from Nairobi. Shadrach Miti, a very good afternoon to you. I understand you're coming to us live from Githurai. Just give us a status update in terms of that particular institution and how the examinations are ongoing.
Well, Jesse, indeed we are in Githurai at Lily Academy School in Mwihoko. And a while ago we came from Mwike Primary School, which can be presumed to be the largest examination center in the country so far because it has a total of 688 candidates. Although we were informed by the center manager that about 15 candidates are missing over reasons that are yet to be clearly explained. But so far so good. We've been in various places and we've witnessed how the exercise has been going on. And right now, as we speak, the candidates are just doing their second paper. I think at the moment they are tackling their English paper, and then later in the afternoon, they'll be tackling their English composition paper. Before now, they break until tomorrow when they'll be coming in for the second day to tackle several other papers for tomorrow. And so here at Lily Academy School, we are informed that this examination center has about 25 candidates, and just to get to know exactly how the situation has been since morning, we are joined by the center manager who's going to give us a brief picture. How has it been since morning? We know this 1 o'clock and the examination began at around 8:30. Okay. So draw that picture for us.
We began the mathematics paper in the morning at around 8:30 in the morning, and everything was okay. We thank God there were no rains today. So everything went on very smoothly. Yeah. So
how would you explain the entire process from where you went to pick the examination papers and the entire process, how the management and the coordination was in comparison to the previous years? How does it now look, and what is your expectation?
Now, if I'm asked about these years, the coordination was the best. If I compare it to last year's, this one was the best. We were at the container at some minutes to 6, and in a very short time we had our papers, and even the officers were given to us. So we began on time. Everything was okay.
This examination is taking place at a time when we have the new government rule on 100% transition. Okay. And again, there's very little emphasis on ranking and grading of candidates. Yeah. How does it help your candidates, and how does it affect your score?
The grading now.
The grading and the rankings.
One thing, ranking is very good because it sells our schools. Because the moment our school does very well, definitely you shall have more children that you would have expected. So I don't think it is bad. At the same time, I don't say that CBC is bad. CBC is good. Children are exposed to so much that they have not been exposed in 844.
So do you think the directive on 100% transition is a reliever for the candidates who, even as they are sitting for the examination, they know that each one of them, they are 25, and now they know that irrespective of how their performance will be, they'll be transiting to the next level, that's Form 1. Does it now serve well to relieve some pressure from them?
Definitely it does. It does, because there's no more pressure on what you get. And the minute the CS Makoha has always been talking to parents and even the teachers ourselves, and he has been saying that we are supposed to be comfortable with the results that the children get. So I think it has sunk, and the children will transit to secondary school very well.
Finally, what is your expectation?
I have very high expectations. I'm very optimistic about these results. In fact, I'm hoping that we shall record results that are not, maybe have not been recorded in Kiambu County. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, Jesse, that is the examination center manager for Lily Academy School here in Mwihoko, Githurai, Kiambu County. And so this is one of the several others. Remember, across the country, we have 27,000 examination centers. Examination centers that, based on the information and the statements that emerged from the Cabinet Secretary for Education and his Interior Coordination counterpart, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, security has been enhanced because at every center, we have at least 2 security officers manning the entire process. And that, as I had earlier said, makes it about 60,000 police officers manning this year's KCPE examinations, because across each of the 27,000 examination centers, at least each of the examination center has been assigned 2 security officers, although there are other examination centers based on the number of candidates, then the number of officers manning that may be higher, but roughly we have been told that at least 2 security officers have to be at each of the examination center. And then and across the 479 containers that are spread across all the sub-counties in the country, again, we have about 5 security officers manning the same. And so that one makes it not less than 60,000 police officers manning this year's examination. And that is why since this morning we've been getting reports that security issues for this year's examination are top-notch, and that so far no incident has been reported, except what we've just said, that there are about 15 absentee candidates from Mwike Primary School, whom this management said may have decided not to continue the education or may have decided to do other things. But so far, that is the latest we can say. Back to you, Jesse.
Right, many thanks, Shadrach Miti. Definitely keeping us up to date with the latest from that particular examination center. Of course, no discrepancies are noted as of yet in terms of delays, in terms of the integrity of the examination from that particular area. Remember, over 1 million candidates are sitting for this year's KCPE examination. Still on that note, let's just cross over to Nakuru County right now, where our very own Alan Ochanda is still following up on the ongoing examinations. Alan Ochanda, a very good afternoon to you. What say you from the side of Nakuru? How is the progress in the ongoing KCPE exams? Alan Ochanda, good afternoon. If you can hear me, kindly just bring us up to speed with what is happening in Nakuru County. Of course, we well know that the examinations kicked off approximately at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. A lot of examination centers across Nakuru County and that area as well. What can you tell us about the specific examination center you're reporting from? All right, we seem to have a small hitch-up right there with connecting to Alan Ochanda. But we'll definitely keep you updated about the ongoing examinations. Definitely just trying to get a perspective of the ongoing status of the examinations. Just as Shadrach Miti had informed us earlier, juggernaut of security personnel to ensure that this year's examination isn't leaked, it's leak-proof, and definitely timely disbursed. I'm informed we've reestablished connection with Alan Ochanda. Alan Ochanda, I hope you can hear me this time round. Very good afternoon to you. Just bring us the latest from the particular examination center you're reporting from. What have you noted so far?
Good afternoon to you, Jess. Indeed, since 6 a.m. when the Interior Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, made his way here in Nakuru, specifically in the schools of DAB Primary School in Gilgil. Another school was Garrison Primary School in Gilgil. And the final stopover where he made his stopover was the NYS Primary School, still in Gilgil, where he made several observations. Remember that he was the person that oversaw the official opening of the examination containers and of the 300,000 pupils that will be sitting for the KCPE national examinations here in Nakuru, that just account for around a third, or rather slightly lower than a third of the total population of the candidates being examined all out of the whole country. He said exuded confidence confident that they have put measures in place to just ensure that they shrink the space for perpetrators of examination malpractices, especially here in Nakuru. Remember that in Nakuru County and adjacent counties, they had experienced difficulties in some of the examination centers. Some schools were flooded, but the government, through the Interior Cabinet Secretary, has just assured that no pupil will be disadvantaged throughout this examination period. Also remember that in the Mau area, some pupils, a significant chunk of the candidates had expressed fears that the area will be disadvantaged, but the Interior Cabinet Secretary has exceeded confidence that no single candidate will be disadvantaged through the whole period. But also remember that in the final center of examination, that was an NYS primary school in Gilgil, there was some sort of commotion where the CS for Interior, there's Fred Matiang'i, just confronting the school administration for what he termed as dilapidated and dangerous classrooms for the candidates, and so just ordering the NYS servicemen to just come in handy and ensure that the pupils, or rather the candidates, are evacuated and put in another safer, what he termed a safer classroom for the so that they could just sit for the classrooms. And also in the same wavelength, just ordering the Deputy County Commissioner for Gilgil Sub-County and the TSC Director there in the same sub-county of Gilgil to just remain in the same school, the same examination center, thus ensuring that it is just the pupils are evacuated to safer classrooms. But Jesse, it is a story that we're still keeping an eye to just ensure that anything that just hits our eyes, we shall be bringing our viewers to speed in the subsequent bulletins.
All right, many thanks, Ochanda, right there informing us about the latest from Nakuru County. Of course, security has actually been beefed up in line with the ongoing examinations, even as they try and make it leak-proof and make sure that the examination papers are disbursed on time as well. Let's take a short break right